Hi, boys and girls. It's math time. And we're going to review our two-dimensional shapes first. Remember, two-dimensional means they're flat. So they have length, they have width, but no depth. It's like a piece of paper. It's flat. Okay? What's the first one? If I turn it like this, do you remember Mrs. Card telling you it's like a slanted square? It has 4 equal sides, but the corners have been stretched. It looks like a diamond or a kite. And it's called can you say it before I show it? Rhombus. Good job. Okay. How about this shape? Of course, it's a star. Yep. Which has 10 corners and 10 sides. Very good. How about this one? This is easy. This is a heart. And a heart has 2 corners and 2 curved sides. Good for you. And this shape has 4 sides, 4 corners, all the same length. It's a square. Good for you. And this is like a square because it has 4 sides, but 2 of the sides are short and 2 of the sides are long. It's called a rectangle. 4 sides, 4 corners. How about this one? Kind of upside down. No corners, no sides, because it's a circle. Good job. Now this shape has how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides, 6 corners. It's a hexagon. Hexagon. Good for you. And this shape is the one that's like a stop sign, isn't it? How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-sided shape with 8 corners is an octagon. Good job. And Mrs. Card calls this a funny house, a crooked house. How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5-sided shape, 5 corners, is called do you remember? Pentagon. Pentagon. Very good. How about this shape? 3 sides, 3 corners. It's a triangle. Tri means 3. You know, like a tricycle has 3 wheels? Yep. This is called a triangle. Good job. Oh, do you remember this one? This has a big name. It's a 4-sided shape, 4 corners. 2 of the sides are straight and 2 of the sides are slanted. This is Card called these sides parallel. That means they just keep going in the same direction and they never meet. Do you remember the name of that shape? It's a trapezoid. Trapezoid. Good job. Last one. Looks like a circle, but it's a stretched out circle. It's called an oval. Good job. So those are the 2D shapes. Today I'm going to teach you about 3D shapes. Have you ever been to a 3D movie? You have to put on the special glasses so that you can see things popping out at you. That's what 3D means. Something that has length and width, but also depth. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you. I actually have real live 3D shapes. And we're going to start with this one. This looks like a box, doesn't it? The math name for it is a cube. Cube. See that? You keep looking at the shape, and I'm going to read to you the poem. I am a cube. I have 6 square faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. I look like a building block and a box. Now, did you hear in the middle of that poem a lot of really big words, big math words? I'm going to tell you what they mean. Now, a cube has 6 square faces. The faces are the flat sides. So here's 1, and then another one on the back. That's 2. 1 on the top makes 3, 1 on the bottom makes 4, 1 on the side makes 5, and last on the side makes 6. 6 square faces. The edges are where the faces meet. Okay? So where this edge meets this edge, pardon me, where this face meets this face is this edge. So a cube has 12 edges. Let's see if we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to flip it. We're going to look at the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to look at the sides. 9, 10. We've already counted this edge and this edge when we counted the front and the back. And now do the other side. 11, 12. So 12 edges and 8 vertices. Vertices means corners. That's all it means. Vertices is a very grown-up math word. Just means corners. Let's count the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we'll flip to the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices. So that's a cube. Okay, the next shape I have is this. Recognize that shape? That is the math name for that is cylinder. Cylinder. Do you see it there? Oh, look at C in front of Y. It says cylinder. All right. I'm going to read the poem. You look at the shape and the picture. I am a cylinder. I have 2 circle faces and 1 curved face. I look like a can of soup. Oh, that's true. And a candle. Good job. Now, what does this mean, 2 circle faces? Well, remember I told you that the faces are the flat sides. So there's one there, and then there's one on the other side. So 2 circle faces and 1 curved face. That's this part. The part that's on the side goes all the way around. It's curved. So it's a curved face. And then you could say it has 2 edges. This is an edge, which is curved, and then this is an edge. Because remember, the edges are where the faces meet. Okay? Good job. Let's go to the next one. Do you recognize this? It's kind of like a cube, but it's longer and skinnier, isn't it? It's kind of like a long, skinny box. Okay, do you see this face? Do you recognize the shape of this face? 2 short sides, 2 long sides. It's a rectangle face. So the name of this shape is a rectangular prism. Okay? Because it's not flat, you can't just say it's a rectangle. Because a rectangle is a flat 2-dimensional shape. It's got 3 dimensions. It's got length, it's got width, and it's got depth. So it's called a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Here's a picture of it. See? You look at the picture and I'll read you the poem. I am a rectangular prism. I have 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. I look like a domino. Only flatter, right? A domino is flatter. Or a juice box. Interesting. Okay, now let's talk about the 6 faces on a rectangular prism. Front is 1, back is 2, top is 3, bottom is 4, and the sides make 5 and 6. So 6 faces, 12 edges. Remember, an edge is where the faces meet. So at the front I see 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edges. On the back I see 5, 6, 7, 8 edges. Then on the sides I just count the top and the bottom. 9 and 10. And then I flip it around, 11, 12. 12 edges and 8 vertices, remember, which is corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I flip it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 vertices, 8 corners. Next is this shape. Do you know what this is? You say, Mrs. Carr, that's a ball. Yep, that's what it is in real life. If it were, this is not a ball. Like, this is made out of wood. You wouldn't have very much fun with this. But you're right, a ball is this shape, and the math name of this shape is, well, look at this. Sphere. Boy, that's a mouthful. Can you say that word? Sphere. It's actually a bumper word because silent E reaches over R and makes E say its own name. Sphere. So you look at the pictures. This actually looks like just a circle, doesn't it? It would be hard to show that it's popping out of the page. So I'll hold the shape here, and that can remind you that this is a sphere. I'll read the poem. Ready? I am a sphere. I am perfectly round and symmetrical. I have no faces, because remember, face is flat. I have no edges. Ooh. And no vertices. I look like a bowling ball and a globe. So it's perfectly round. Symmetrical means that no matter how you hold it, it's the same. It looks the same from every way that you turn it or every way that you hold it. Okay, we're going to talk more about symmetry another time. Okay, so that's a sphere. Do you know this shape? If I hold it like this, look at the bottom of it. There's the top. It's pointy. I can put it on my head. And you know what I'm thinking of right now? A birthday hat. Yeah, I don't have any birthday hats in my house, but this is not called a birthday hat. A birthday hat is shaped like this, but the math name for this is, oh dear, where did it go? Just a minute, boys and girls, I have to find it. I found it. I'm going to switch hands. It's easier for Mrs. Card. So there's what it looks like. See how they tried to show that it's got a circle on the bottom? Yeah, they added that extra line. Okay, you look at the shape in the picture, and I'll read the poem. I am a cone. I am curved. I see that. Curved on the top. I have one circle face and one vertex. I look like a Christmas tree. Oh, yeah. And an ice cream cone. If you flip it this way, right? Yes. You just put your ice cream in there. Good job. Cone. Very good. So a cone is curved. And a cone has one circle face. Remember, faces are flat. And one vertex. Okay? Good. Last one is this guy. I'll twist it and turn it so you can see. Made up of all kinds of triangle faces, isn't it? Do you know the math name for this shape? I bet you do. It's a pyramid. Pyramid. Good job. I am a pyramid. I have one base. So if I held it like this, base means what's on the bottom. So if I hold it like this then becomes the base, right? I have one base. I have triangular faces. We talked about that, how you can see each flat side is like, each flat side, this right here, is shaped like a triangle. If I keep turning it, I keep seeing triangles. And then even one on the bottom, base, the base. Okay, I'm going to hold it. Let's keep reading. I have triangular faces, whoops-a-daisy, that meet. Oh, just a minute, boys and girls. I'm going to pause. Sorry, boys and girls. So we got all excited. All right, so there. Let's start that poem again because we got interrupted. I'll hold the shape. You look at the picture. There we go. I am a pyramid. I have one base. That's the bottom. I have triangular faces that meet at one vertex. I like a roof. I look like a roof or a mountain. Oh yeah, I suppose that could be like the roof of a house or a mountain. Cool. I think the pyramid in this picture actually has a square base. That's interesting. My pyramid has a triangular base. Very cool. Okay, so that's what you're doing today for your math work, boys and girls. So you're doing a page that looks like this, which I already did. And what you have to do is find each of these shapes in the page. So find a cube, a cone, or find all the cubes, find all the cones, all the pyramids, all the rectangular prisms, all the cylinders, and all the spheres. Okay? And color them according to the color that you choose. So I went one color at a time. I colored my word cube orange. And then I colored all the cubes orange. And then I went to cone and colored my word green. And I found all the cones and colored them green. Then I went to my pyramid and colored it red. And so I did it like that, one shape at a time. And then I found that easier. Okay? And then the other page that I want you to do is this page. It's a lot like the 2D page that you did. So you have to trace, which I already started. I traced my cone. I traced my rectangular prism. Okay, I didn't finish tracing. You go ahead and do the tracing. And then you know what I did? Here's an easy way to do this page. I cut off the word bank on the bottom of the page. You're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to print the word. And if you want to print the word, you can. But Mrs. Card's trying to save you some extra work. So you can cut out each of the words. Get Mom to help you if you're having trouble. You can see already I did cube. I cut it out and I glued it underneath. So you might find that easier and faster. Because actually, you know what? Mrs. Card's hand was tired after I did this. So I imagine that your hand will be too. So even if you wanted to just put a little bit of coloring on to show that you know what that shape is, that would be okay with Mrs. Card. Okay, I'm going to also email Mummy the shape page. You know how I did that yesterday for the 2D shapes? I'm going to email that page to you too. I should have included it in your envelope and I didn't. So I will make sure Mummy or Daddy gets it in their email. Okay, everybody? Thanks for listening. Have fun. Bye.